make you keep on loving every day. Reggae music make you done. All me brother in a heart. And so we say we keep on rocking every day. This a music come to rock. All me daughter with the blood. And so we say we keep on standing all the way. Cause it's a one that is a new style. We're going where I come from. When Marcus did say, we must leave here someday, we kid you know, you can't get away. We're going to hold Jaja. Marcus did until I say we have to leave here someday. You can't get away, no. Cause we've got to on His Majesty. We will be there, that will take care. We're going, and we're going to hold that hand. We're moving, and we're moving. We're moving
modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
Gates' business strategies came under fire in 1998 when the United States sued Microsoft for antitrust violations.
This is tape 3 of the videotape deposition of Bill Gates.
During the 18-month trial, Gates gave hours of videotape testimony.
What were the non-Microsoft browsers that you were concerned about in January of 1996?
That month.
Yes, sir.
And what about it?
What non-Microsoft browsers were you concerned about in January of 1996?
I don't know what you mean concerned.
What is it about the word concerned that you don't understand?
I'm not sure what you mean by it.
The Justice Department has charged Microsoft with engaging in anti-competitive and exclusionary practices designed to maintain its monopoly in personal computer operating systems.
In a move to overshadow the negative press, Gates invested $100 million to set up the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Overnight, Bill Gates transformed his public image from ruthless tech monopolizer to the world's most generous philanthropist.
I'm pleased to announce that we're pledging an additional $1 billion to...
We had the chance to witness Bill Gates 2.0, the man you don't know.
The rebranding campaign paid off. His net worth swiftly doubled, earning Bill Gates the title of richest man in the world.
You've invested $10 billion in vaccinations over the last 2 decades, and you figured out the return on investment for that. And it kind of stunned me. Can you walk us through the math?
In a Wall Street essay, Bill Gates declared vaccines the best investment I've ever made.
There's been over a 20-to-1 return. So if you just look at the economic benefits, that's a pretty strong number compared to anything else.
The Gates Foundation expanded rapidly into a massive, vertically integrated, multinational corporation controlling every step in a supply chain that reaches from its Seattle-based boardrooms to the villages of Africa and Asia.
Is the world's largest private philanthropy causing harm? The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has made millions of dollars each year from companies blamed for many of the same social and health problems the foundation seeks to address. The Gates Foundation has investments in 69 of the worst polluting companies in the U.S. and Canada. Other companies in the foundation's portfolio have been accused of transgressions, including forcing thousands of people to lose their homes, supporting child labor, defrauding and neglecting patients in need of medical care. The Gates Foundation has not provided details.
William H. Gates III and Melinda French Gates.
As a top donor to both the WHO and the CDC, no one man has more power than Bill Gates to influence and control the health and medical freedom of all people.
Normalcy only returns when we've largely vaccinated the entire global population.
This will be the new normal until a vaccine is developed.
Until we find a vaccine, going back to normal means putting lives at risk.
We need to produce it and to deploy it in every single corner of the world.
Full vaccination of our children and pregnant women.
Development of new vaccines, therapeutics and diagnostics.
You're in tune to the galaxy of Fawi.net on the Blacknificent Radio Show.
We've already bought the syringes. We already know where it's going to happen. We're thinking about what that's going to be. It's all part of this plan.
Our military is now being mobilized, so at the end of the year, we're going to be able to give it to a lot of people very, very rapidly.
You have time to waste? You have time to waste? I don't think so. I don't think we got time to waste right now. Let's turn this down a little piece here. So that we still not going with that. All right. Let me see. I can balance this out. Right, Grand Risings, one and all. Welcome to the Blacknificent Radio Show here on the galaxy of Fawi.net. Coming a little bit earlier. You know, I had to do some I had to do some centering for myself right now, you know, so that I can bring you a show this morning worthy of the listenage out there. And welcome one and all, welcome one and all. It don't seem like this thing is going to go away too far. The conversation is going to be here. And if not the conversations, definitely the impact of what's happening behind the doors, behind the scenes of life, you know? Still, we are battling the ailments. We are still battling these vaccination program. We're still battling the systems undermining of us as a society and as a global entity as well. We're still battling that. You have to be absolutely 100% aware. I know that, you know, that we have been warned and we have been speaking about this type of thing. It may come from the voices of those who you feel may be a little bit untrustworthy. And it may come from those who you think, well, how would you know? You know, and then like they're telling you of the governmental plans and what they have done in their past. And are these just stories that have been made up? And are they actually things that is going to hurt me? People are talking in billions of pounds, billions and trillions and gazillions of pounds and dollars. How does that affect me, who probably just have about 2,000 or 3,000 in his account? You know, if that, you know. So and you know, even for those who are living in the red, you know. So it's a case of that reality. Let's look at what can really affect us and you personally, because that is what we can control. That is where we can control. Continuing a conversation from yesterday and Monday's program in the mornings, we've been talking about reparations and how we can prepare for the reparations. We got to the state of that obviously one of the issues that we have to address for ourselves is our economical strength, and not only strength, but our knowledge, our understanding, our inner standing of what our economical real power is, right? And what we can do for ourselves in the short term, the midterm, and the long term. So, for those who are in their teenage years, right? You can start planning. You should start planning from now, right? Have your goals, have your directions of what you are aiming for directly. Don't be dragged along. Do not be dragged along by get rich fast schemes. Know your path. Get to know your path. Get to know yourself. In other words, there's a saying that I picked up a few years ago now, and it's called mind your own business. In other words, you should be the expert in how your life runs. Don't let somebody be calling you up and saying, "Oh, we can do a better insurance policy for you," and then you're going to be convinced by this person speaking to you for 15, 20 minutes and wearing you down and making you feel like you're useless if you don't take up this great offer that is a very limited time, and you've got to act on it now. Don't be fooled by that foolishness there. Don't be fooled by it. Right? Go out there, set your parameters, and if life doesn't fit your parameters, move on. Okay? Move on. Right? Let's make our standards the best, and we only aim for the betterment. Yeah? And if it works for you, tell your family, share it with your family. Ensure that your family is probably the first to benefit from the rewards that you are actually having. Yeah. Make sure that your family is the first who's going to be benefiting from the rewards that you are attaining. If you have associates who would like to be with that, then well, albeit. But don't be there being dragged along by society and by those around us who feel that they can come along and just sell you anything, empty dreams. Huh? Don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled by that. Right? Don't get me wrong. There are those who are very good at giving you advice. In other words, financial advisors, life coaches, right? There are some people out there who are excellent at doing that. But at the same time, remember, at all times, my advice to you is that you are in control, and you should be in control. And if you ever feel that you are not in control of anything, step back. Step back. Take a breath. You don't have to be the expert in anything. Remember, they are requiring your input for them to provide a service to you. Does that make sense to you? If you are exchanging something for their services, they're relying on you and your input for them to actually get something from you. All right? And another one. If they ain't doing it and they haven't got it, move on. All right? Why are you going to be talking to a loser when you should be speaking to a winner? right? Getting your advice from a winner. Huh? Do not be fooled by these charlatans, these what we used to call them? What we used to call them? Community pimps. Yeah, community pimps. You know, they speak loud. They speak loud. They say the right emotive things, just like a politician. Right? They say the right thing at the right time that gets your blood going. But in effect, are you willing to be part of that? There was a call to action. There was a call to action a few years ago, I recall, right, when a president of one of the smaller areas in the Africas, they called for the global Africans to come to help defend their land. They called for them to come, right? Just like how our in the this is the difference between the time of when 1940s and 50s, when we were called to go to Ethiopia. People were called to go to Ethiopia to defend against the invading forces. And yes, there were those who came from the Americas, they came from the Europes, and they went and fought in the wars over there. I bet you never know that. I bet you never know that. Yeah? They went and fought in the wars. They fought for the freedom and the defense of Africans. Bring it forward. I don't know, it was a few years ago now, but it has. There has been those leaders that have called for us to be, come to their defense. Right? How many of us has taken up that mantle and said, you know what? No, you're not going to be murdering my people. How many of us has actually gone there and said, well, I am willing to go and fight for your country? I may not be a citizen of your country, but I am here ready to fight because we are of one blood. We are of one blood, one mind. How many of us has actually taken that offer up? Huh? How much of us would be willing to do that? How many of us would be willing to do that? And if you're not, get to the back of the room, please. Get to the back of the room and let those who are interested come to the front. Let them have the front rows. Please do that. Right? Because I would prefer to look at the faces of those who are willing in preference to those who are not. Those who are willing to stand up and do what they need to do to save the lives of their own brothers and sisters, their own people, to not allow a system to tear the heart and the minds and the soul away from them to the extent of that they are just a shell. They're just a shell. And then they will discard them like they are nothing. The system will discard you like you're nothing. Recently, they had the Iraq. Well, not say they had. They're having the Iraqi sorry, not Iraq, not Iraq, Ukraine, Ukraine, and the Russian war, right? And you've had civilians, no experience of warfare, pick their ass up and gone over to the Ukraine to go and join their army to go fight with them, fight on the front line against the Russians. Yeah? They had people from here go and do that. Oh, what brave souls they are. Oh, what brave people they are. Right? How many of you be willing to do that, to go and fight for your people in Africa? Pick your ass up and go and do exactly the same. I may not be a citizen of your land, but I am willing to stand up and fight with you. I'm willing to stand up and fight with you. How many of you are willing to do that? Do not be complacent about the position that you hold. Do not be so apathetic that you turn your eyes, ears, and your voice against those who are with you and who are your family, your brothers, your sisters. Let me tell you something. It's not the dancing around the ring. It's not the flamboyancy of the evasiveness. It's the connection and the momentum of that connection and the force of that connection that makes the difference. That is what makes the difference. Because that is the thing that would deliver the knockout blow. We have to be a force. We have to be the momentum. We have to be there together. So when we deliver anything, they know the full force and the impact of where that come from. Where that come from. Let them know who we are. Let them know where it's coming from. And let them know why they should never even think of even trying anything in our directions anymore for the rest of their life, for the rest of their existence. We have to defend our own. And let our defense be that of all what we need right now. Welcome to the Blacknificent Radio Show here on the GalaxyFTV.net. Grand Risings to one and all. Bless up, family. I tell her this a good thing, she looks so slick. Cause every morning to wake up, she a put on the makeup. Every morning to wake up, she a put on the makeup. And the Jet don't like it. Him no like it, the Jet don't like it at all. Yeah. So alone, yeah. As some will say, we save all you can for the rainy day. You not to save all you can, even $1 a day. Cause if you don't work, you not go get no pay. And if you don't work, you not go get no pay. But when you have money, say you have a leap of friend. But when your money done, they gonna know you again. We say you stranded like Daniel in the lion's den. You stranded like Daniel in the lion's den. Go make me rope and go round there. My little baby, make me rope and go round there. Yeah. You'll see what love can do. Say so. After making it is something go. We say that when you have a money, say you have a leap of friend. But when your money done, them don't know you again. We say you stranded like Daniel in the lion's den. You stranded like Daniel in the lion's den. Go make me rope and go round there. My little people make me rope. Basically, what's happened there? The soldiers in the West African country of Niger have announced a coup on the national TV. The UN, along the United Nations, that is, along with other nations, have offered their full support to Niger President Mohamed Bazoum, who is currently being held by the troops. Right? But what they have done, they've taken over the TV, the national TV over there, so that they can give out their message. And remember, the UN have said that they are in support of the actual president there. Why? Why are they giving the current president their backative? Why is there a coup? Why is there a coup? Is that the voice of the people then? Is that the voice of the people? Or is it the voice of the international? You make your mind up to that too. You can make your mind up to that as well. Yeah? Remember, don't be fooled by these people. Don't be fooled by them, please.
Hello, my little queen. How do you do? Do you remember me, baby? As I remember you, we used to be together, just you and I. I used to be your king, you used to be my queen. You always use my umbrella every time it rained. But now you've changed, it's a crying shame. Hello, my little queen. Hello, my little queen. How do you do? Do you remember me, baby? As I remember you, we used to be together, just you and I. You used to live over yonder by the railroad track. Baby, when you couldn't walk, I used to take you on my back. But now you've changed, you don't know me anymore. Hello, my little queen. How do you do? Hello, my little queen. I will always. Hello. Hello. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's our brother there, Sonny Roberts. Oh boy, another brother who's move on.
I'm coming home, baby. Just hold on. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yes, I said community pimps, not wimps.
All I wanted to do
It's community pimps. I'm trying to balance out the volumes of this thing here. Right here, right.
When a man and a woman builds their home, a man's gotta do what his family needs him to do. That when I come home, everything should be alright. So mommy, hold on, everything will be just fine. So I'm coming home, everything should be alright. So baby, hold on, everything will be just fine. Said I know that you miss me, baby. And I know the children too. So many times we're not so far away. It's thoughts of you that carry me through my day. It's not easy for a man to live this way, but I do, that's why I pray that when I come home, everything should be alright. So mommy, hold on, everything will be just fine. So I'm coming home, everything should be alright. So baby, hold on, everything will be just fine. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. You got to hold on. You just tell her, hold on. Yeah. When I come home, everything should be alright. So mommy, hold on, everything will be just fine. So I'm coming home, everything should be alright. So baby, hold on, everything will be just fine.
Let me just before you start, my brothers, before you start, let me tell you something. You know that we review and look at the things what's happened over the last 7 days here on the Galaxy for we on the Blacknificent radio show. This is what we call the clearing, right? The clearing of that which was, and that is what is on your mind, that is which is within your heart, so that you can go into the next segment, which is our meditation period, with a clear mind and a clear disposition. And I invite all of you, all our who wish to participate in this, to come and, and we can share the conversation, what's going on, or wagwan, right? And we can do that all together. And this is the whole thing. That every program, every strong wind this program is on, it's an exercise for you to do, right? That is a practical program. So your participation is vital, really, you know. And I know that many of you are listeners, as I've met. Wow, I've met so many of you over the last few days, over the last 7 days, and I really do appreciate the love that you have given to me. The love that you have given to me right now, right? So if you want to call, please call back on the other line. That's all right, because I can't take the call right now. Yeah, please. All right. So one of the things that I'm doing here, right, is a practical program, right? A practical program for you to be able to participate in the program, benefit as much as the listeners and those participants, but also your participation is necessary as well. So don't feel so that it's just the me one, yes sir, who I do this as well, right? I'm getting messages as well, and I use the contents of those messages that come through, and I use them as part of the program that we are here, okay? So, my people, what I would like for you to do, what I'd like for you to do is to come and participate in this clearing. One of the things that was on my mind that I experienced over the last few days, I attended a funeral of a close brethren of mine, right? Humble brother, Rastafari, right? As long as I've known him from our younger days right through to our mature days until his passing, right? I've always known that he has been a follower of the faith of the Rastafari and a living example of the Rastafari movement, a true ambassador in that way there. I attended this funeral. His family, obviously, dealing with the proceedings there, and came. So as the coffin came with his body, it came to the church. I don't even know what denomination the church is. I don't even know what denomination the church is, right? But what I'm saying is that there was no reverence to Rastafari. And this upset me a little piece, because I had to say something at the time. And I was speaking to a few of us who were around, and everybody was in agreement of what I was saying. And I was thinking, why is it that we are not saying or making it known? And we're standing there respectfully, mainly because of the respect that we would show to the family, like anybody would show to anybody's family if you attend the funeral of another who's not of the same line of thinking, ethos of living as what you would. We would stand there. But there must come the time when we would make our noise and we would make our sound. There must come a time. And I will make it known now, right? Because if anybody wants to say who did this and who did that, there was a time that there was a speech being spoken. And as it was being spoken, there was references to Jah. And I let out to call to Jah. And I had the recall or the resounding of Rastafari from those in attendance. And of course, even the main person who was speaking out, I'm not even calling what them call him in there. Even he raised his eyes to me, and we lock eyes. And I make it known that it's me, because I'm not afraid I'm not afraid to honor a person, right? And even when they were leaving now, we make a sound of joyfulness and appreciation. So I started my clapping. And I clapped. And a few of us clapped because some of them don't realize we have to applaud those who have lived and those who have shown us a way, who has been part of our way. So therefore, we are do that. We are do what we have to do. Yeah? So, when we are there in the presence of those, do not be afraid to show your allegiance. Do not be afraid, because that is the subduction that they have us under right now, that we can let our people who has been with us side by side in livication, let them go through, and we can't be part of that. They're saying, no, we want you to quiet, don't say nothing. I'm sorry, but that was the wrong thing to do for us. See.
Dreams of holy dreams. Well, I am what I am, what I believe. Holy, holy. Holy, holy dream. Wanting only you. Yes, she comes and I run just like holy, holy. Sing a song. Sing a song of song. Sing it out. Sing a song. Sing. Let me hear you sing, yeah. Yeah. For the sun in the dead of the night, and the sun will rise in the sky. Such a man who can walk upright, and the lame man will be alright. And I cry, and I cry. Holy, holy, wanting only you. And the sea, will it be forever? I'm a victim of discrimination. I'm a victim of victimization. I know I went to school and I took in the golden rule. come in on me house. And you want come share. But I wanna be me yard. Yes, now. I only wanna be me house. La 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 la. Nobody else no doubt. I know I went to school and I took in the golden rules. I know that I'm no fool and I am no Colombian school. I only wanna be the yard. I only wanna be the house. Everyone knows. I only wanna be the gates. And I'm on the one way. I only wanna be the gates. Knowing soldiers. I only wanna be the yard. I only wanna be the house. Anywhere you go, I know that you will want to come back. Anywhere you go, I know that you will want to come back. Anywhere you run, I know that you will want to come. Anywhere you run, remember my fun never done. I cannot be forgotten by you. I cannot be forgotten by you. Anywhere you go, I know that you will want to come back. Anywhere you go, I know that you will want to come back. No one can give it to you like I do, baby. No one can give it to you like I do, baby. Anywhere you go, I know that you will want to come back. Anywhere you go, I know that you will want to come back. Oh, Take over now.
So this thing going now. Station gone down for now. So I'm gonna have to stop this broadcast and then we'll come back again, right?